Mr. Crocket was not a villain here. I was actually rooting for the brother.
And here's the review.
All right, y'all. So I'm a little bummed out because the stupid storm, Hurricane Milton, came through yesterday and sliced through my fucking state and put us almost in a zombie apocalypse where niggas is fighting over gasoline and stuff. And they had to cancel my screening for Terrifier 3 last night. And I bought my tickets 2 weeks in advance. I was so hyped. Me and my daughter was going to go enjoy seeing Art the Clown hack niggas up. And, yeah, oh, Milton when it comes, so we got to cancel it. I'm like, fuck. But we're going to go see it tonight. So be on the lookout for that review as well. And plus, I've been fighting the cold, too. So this has been a very trying week for me. But you know what? This is why I love movies. This is why I talk movies, because movies are my outlet. They're my peace, my tranquility. Besides the man upstairs, it's films, okay? So I woke up this morning, got on Hulu, and noticed that Mr. Crocket was up. And I said, oh, Mr. Crocket, I heard about this movie. Okay, there's been a little buzz, a little hype about it. So I said, okay, let me check this out, man. And before I continue, y'all, I'm going to let y'all know right now I'm getting into spoilers. Because I feel like I can't talk about this movie unless I say what I really want to say. And that's going into spoiler territory. So if you have not seen this movie, stop this video, go watch it, come back, and let's talk about it. Mr. Crocket. This movie, y'all, to a lot of people, I think this is going to be a fun fantasy horror film that's got really good pacing. It has just under an hour and a half runtime. So this is a short film, greatly paced. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're going to get bored. You're going to get lost. This is very easy to follow. This is just a nice, fun little Halloween horror movie. You know what I mean? That's how most people are going to see it. The way I was watching it, and it was fun. There was some terrifying moments at times. And the opening, too, like the way this movie opened up, y'all, I love the opening. This is probably one of my favorite horror movie openings this year, man. Like, the movie opens up with this family eating and the father being an asshole to his son, forcing him to eat his food. And the mom tries to interject, and the father like, no, I'm going to teach him how to be a man. You stay out of it. And, just being a dickhead to this kid. And the whole time in the back, you see, Mr. Crocket doing his thing. Mr. Crockett's like a mix between Willy Wonka, Michael Jackson, Freddy Krueger, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Mr. Rogers all up in one nigga. All right? That's basically Mr. Crocket. So Mr. Crockett's doing his thing, right? So as this is going on, the nigga stops inside the TV now, stops and looks like, the fuck are these people doing? Like what, you know what I'm saying? What's happening? And then you see him come through the VCR, you see the eyes come out, I'm like, okay, I'm liking this. And what he did to that brother was very satisfying. Okay, he jacked this dude up. So from the jump, they established that Mr. Crocket is not a villain. To me, he's not a villain. I mean, some may see him as a villain. I saw him as a savior, all right? As a child growing up with a single mom who had the worst taste in men, my mom would bring home some of the scummiest motherfuckers on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And I could not wait for them to leave, and they would never leave. And one of them was, he was not too fond of me. And I wish I had a Mr. Crocket in my corner to fuck him up the way he fucked this nigga up in the beginning. I applauded. I said yes. So the whole thing with this movie is Mr. Crocket goes after the kids that have bad parents. And he takes them into his oasis, his paradise that he made for the children. So in his mind, he feel like he's doing right for the kids. But of course, when you look at it from the outside looking in, like, dude, that's not cool, And I guess they had Michael Jackson in mind because that's how Michael thought. Michael thought he was innocent. Michael thought that he was just doing something great for the kids and just showing love and appreciation and affection because he loved children so much, not in a creepy and predatory way, but in a genuine, loving way. And people didn't understand that. So that's just like Mr. Crocket. He sees these kids in bad situations. You even have one little white girl who her dad had a needle. This dude's on heroin. He on that heroin. Got a needle in his damn arm. She got to come pour water over his head to wake his ass up. All right? Is she supposed to stay in that situation? No. Go to Pee-wee's Playhouse and have fun forever. Mr. Crocket was not a bad guy. I tell you the real villain of this movie, though. The real villain of this movie is the protagonist's son, the little boy. So they set it up where the lead chick, okay, she loses her husband. Her husband dies, and the little boy's acting up. Okay, understandably, he lost his dad. He's gonna act up a little bit. Okay, I understand that. I get that. Okay, but there's one thing acting up, and there's another thing being an asshole. And this kid was an asshole, and I'm like, Mom, come on. You need to dig down into your roots, into your inner sister, and tear his ass up. There was even a moment after the funeral. What's that shit called when you eat after the funeral and shit? I forgot what that's called or whatever. And the lady's like, look, you need to tear his ass up. All right, spare the rod, spoil the child. I said, oh yeah, a black person wrote this script. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Tear his ass up. Like he's getting too out of control. I don't know what to do with him. I'm trying so hard to be a parent. Even listening to tapes on how to parent. Man, let me tell you something about Helen Jonita Gilchrist. My mama, I just said her whole government name. I'm sorry, Mom. She ain't play that shit. Okay, my mom was single up until my pops left when I was 7. So from 7 on, my mom had to play the role of mom and dad. Okay, so I didn't get the affection of, oh, baby, it's gonna be okay. I got to cave your fucking chest in, say something else. And I had an auntie just like that lady that was like, you better tear his ass up. You better beat him, Joe, because he's gonna throw you in the closet one day, lock you up. You ain't gonna be able to get out. And my mom actually said that shit when she was whooping my ass one time. She said, you are not gonna throw me in a closet, lock me in, and then I can't get out. And I'm like, what closet? What are you talking about? This shit was making me mad. I'm like, listen, I'm not one to advise anybody to fuck their kids up, okay? 'Cause I don't really beat my kids, but man, in that situation, that little fucker, he was just blatantly doing shit and he took the picture of his dead father and his mom and smashed the shit on the ground. And she's like, don't do that again, stop. Then he takes the trophy and like, I'm like, Mr. Crocket need to get his ass. But he did. He took the kid away from his mom because his mom wasn't doing his shit. And so this movie, like I said, y'all, Mr. Crocket was not a villain here. I was actually rooting for the brother, as crazy as he was. And then when they go into the whole exposition scene where they're explaining his backstory, I'm like, okay, where is he evil? What did he do wrong? You know what I mean? So he had a troubled childhood himself where his dad used to whoop his ass a lot. And of course, he bulked up, got bigger and stronger, and said, you know what, I ain't taking on my ass whoopers, this is it. Killed his dad, made it look like a mistake. Okay, that's a little too far, but still, I get it. And whenever he sees a child in danger, he puts it upon himself to save that child. That's why he even started this show, Mr. Crocket, because he wanted to save the children. He loved the kids. And one kid he took home, and I mean, legally it's kidnapping, but he was trying to rescue him from his bad situation. Police come. The kid comes out, jumps out the closet because he don't know what's going on. The cops shoot. Mr. Crocket gets in the way, takes the bullet, dies. And like Freddy, he makes a deal with the devil and says, okay, I want to come back as a ghoul and extract revenge on all the bad parents that do wrong by their kids. You know what I mean? And it's like, who the fuck is calling me? I don't know that nigga. So, what was that? So yeah, tell me, where is he wrong? Tell me where he's wrong at. I want to know. Like, somebody in the comments after you see the movie, besides, you know, some of the crazy stuff that he did, but where was he evil? He just loved the kids. That's all. He ain't hurt these little bastards. He hurt the parents. I don't think he hurt not one child in this movie. I mean, yeah, he used them as demon dogs later. You know, they were demon dogs, but come on, man. So anyways, I enjoyed this movie. Scary, no, but it did have some how you say, traditional horror moments, you know, where I was this movie entertained me. Okay, it didn't scare me, but it did entertain me, and I recommend if anybody's wants something to watch, and there's gonna be people on Facebook and stuff, I need something good to watch. What's something good, a scary movie to watch? I said, watch Mr. Crocket. You know, but just remember, he ain't the villain. That little boy is. Okay. And listen, I don't play around about badass kids, man. If you bad and you get taken out, if you get Alice Kintner and you a badass kid, damn it, you had it coming. Right? Them kids. Yeah. So, real villain, Mr. Crocket ain't. That's gonna be the thumbnail. That's not clickbait, damn it, I mean what I said. So, Mr. Crocket gets a B- to me. And the reason why I say B- is because as much as I did enjoy the movie, I felt like the climax was very anticlimactic. It ended on a weird note. And even the way it ended, it further proves my case that Crockett is not the bad guy. It's the kid. It's this badass little kid. And it's funny because just when you think that little fucker's rehabilitated, right? They have a little montage with him and the mom is having like a nice mother-son moment. You got a nice R&B song playing in the background. It's like, okay, this is gonna end good. And nah, Mr. Crockett's in here. He's on the schoolyard threatening the kids. He's hurting teachers and stuff. And the guidance counselor's telling him, like, look, we can't have this boy in here. Not my baby. My baby's good. No, he ain't. He the goddamn devil. And Mr. Crockett, the only one that can save him. There you go. So, if you made it this far, I'm assuming that you've seen the movie. All right, so what did you think about it? Comment flee below. Let me know what you thought. Yeah, like I said, yeah, B. No, I'll give it a B. Shit, B minus is kind of low. I'll give it a B, man, because for the most part, I did enjoy the movie overall. Just the ending to me was kind of, yeah. Lately, I haven't been enjoying endings. Yeah, right. If you go back and watch my reviews for the past couple of months, I say shit like, yeah, the last 20 minutes didn't do it for me. The ending did. These movies are just not sticking the landing for me lately, man. I don't know what it is, but hopefully, Terrifier can end that streak tonight. Terrifier 3. Fuck yeah. All right. So on that note, I'm out.